Hello, I'm Chris Tucker, and the following video will show you just what athletes have gone through both physically and mentally to obtain their ultimate goal. I do not recommend attempting any of these activities.
Yeah, cutting weight for my wrestling career was one of the toughest things I've really ever put myself through. You know, at the beginning of the season, you talk to your coaches, you talk to your teammates, and all the authority figures really want you to get it off the right way just by eating right and working hard. And at the start of the season, really that's what I tried to do, but time passed, and for me personally, it just became more about winning than my own personal health. So I started to do whatever it took. I wouldn't really tell my teammates because I wouldn't want them to do what I did, but I would starve myself. I ended up having to go and get a sauna suit, which is horrible for you. There are stories of people dying in those. I put it on, work out, however long it took in my garage, an hour, 2 hours. I can think of a few nights where, like, dinner, a couple of ice cubes, maybe a spoonful of peanut butter, and that was dinner. I was lucky. My dad, you know, he wasn't really that active in my career, and he didn't know about me doing this stuff, and that's how I got away with it. But, I mean, it's hard. Nobody really understands what you're doing. After like a few weeks of living that way, another thing that really makes a difference is the way it affects you mentally. Like, I noticed, you know, a week, 2 weeks of doing this, my mood, it changed so drastically. All of a sudden, I had so much more aggression toward everyone, toward my friends, my family. Like, really simple things just made me so angry. People would ask me, why are you doing this to yourself? Or, you know, are you hungry? You sure you don't just want something to eat? Get something to eat. I don't like the way you look. It would make me just furious. It's like no one understood. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there are many things I've done in life that would compare to the level of intensity that was. What would I have to eat?
Would you ever do it again?
Would I ever do it again? Would I ever do it again? The payoff would have to be just as great. If I knew that I could accomplish the same goals that I've been working toward for years, and I could cement my legacy for future generations, I would still have to think about it. I'm not positive I'd do it again, no. Like, that was just, it was great.
One of the things I did when I cut weight is eat ice. And that's because it didn't really do much to you if you ate it. And one of the other things I did was, you know, buy a sauna suit. Yeah, this thing just came big. And, you know, walk on the treadmill and run in spurts for about an hour. Or more than that, depending on, you know, how much you need to lose. And just one of the hardest things about it was just like wanting to do it. Like, nobody wants to do it. Seriously. Really. And the other thing was just the attitude around school and the effects of doing that. I mean, people would ask me what's wrong with me, and I just growled at them, like, literally, like, ugh. And, you know, it's just, women, they were like, oh, what's wrong with you?
Talk about what you ate.
And it was terrible. But, I really didn't eat much, but if I did eat, it was more candy or something like a fruit, something that would last longer than you needed to. It wouldn't be like pasta or anything like that. That would be harder to get off. It didn't carry much water.
What types of things did you do to lose weight?
Hopped in the dryer, ran upstairs, ran in a sauna suit.
The sauna suit, can you talk a little bit more about that?
It's a suit that makes you sweat a whole lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are those suits that kids die.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I was near death many times.
About how much weight would you lose?
3-4 pounds a day.
Really? What types of things did that do to you emotionally?
I couldn't talk to people. Maybe I had a hard time. I couldn't see the board in class sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, it's messed me up for life.
It's pretty rough on your body?
Yeah.
Do you have any special stories to tell about that?
time, I was like 10 pounds over the day before, so I hopped in the dryer. And I think I still haven't recovered from that.
Really?
Yeah.
Dehydration.
I heard you were actually hospitalized. What happened?
That was one of my other times in the dryer. I woke up with a terrible headache and I had to go to the hospital. And then to give me bags of fluid to rehydrate.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty crazy, man. I know it meant a lot to you, but do you think you'd do it again?
Maybe for one more time I'd do it for one season.
Really?
But not that extreme.
Yeah. So it's what you had to put yourself through, it wasn't quite worth it.
No, it wasn't quite worth it.
What did I do to cut weight? First of all, before the season even started, I ran throughout the summer in the afternoon, in the hottest part of the day. I ran that just to maintain my weight before the actual season started in the winter. And when the season actually started, I was only 14 pounds above my weight. So I had to run even more, layered up, and maybe 7 to 8 layers of clothing, top and bottom, 2 pair of socks plus a sauna suit. That was definitely not healthy, but it helped me make the weight temporarily for that event or match that week. And I gained it back within like 2 to 3 days. So every week I cut like an average of 14 pounds each week, which really was not healthy. I skipped meals sometimes. It's either I ate breakfast or I ate dinner. It was either one of the two. I never ate one. People at lunch would tell me, how come you're not eating? I'm like, no, I can't eat. They're like, you can't have a little bit of this? No, I can't. If I plan on eating that in the nighttime, I can't eat right now. At practice, I would wear a pair of shorts and a pair of sweatpants, long, thick socks, like 3 pairs of 3 shirts in an already hot room, which had a fan in it, and I would sweat pounds away like that. I would sweat maybe like 7 pounds of water off and only replace it with 3 pounds of water throughout that whole week, which is really not healthy. It affected me emotionally. Like, I would get mad at people, which they wouldn't want me to get mad at them or didn't try, but just me being hungry and like not doing things that I want to do just made me mad at them. Stomach cramps, constant stomach cramps from hunger, affected me in class, affected my vision sometimes. I couldn't sleep. Like some nights I just stayed awake, just not being able to sleep because of the stomach cramps and just wanting food but not being able to have it. People used to say to me in school, like, you look really thinner than you did like 2 months ago, even 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, yeah, I've been losing weight for the rest of the season. I'm like, wow, that must not be healthy. They used to ask me like, how much do you lose? I'm like, 14 pounds. Like, did it say 14 pounds? Yeah, 14 pounds. Like, how'd you do all of that? And I used to tell them, like, you don't want to know. Like, I didn't want anybody to know, like, how I did it. So I didn't want to encourage it, but would I do it again? I would really have to think about it. Like, my success in the sport would have to be greater the next time around. If I didn't, but